Hey, everybody. The endless toil back again. And I got some good news and some bad news. Good news is we don't have a lot of chores on the list today. The other end of that news is because I didn't look. A good way to not have problems is simply not to look for problems. So, tech is going again. So that's nice. We're going to hit prod mods today. All right, so the factory could be completely broken right now, and I'm oblivious. I'm unclear if I actually want to implement better refined syngas right now. I think it's probably going to be needed eventually, right? Because the virtue of this recipe is it's just very fast. It makes a lot, produces a lot of material. One activated carbon isn't a lot of activated carbon. And you're not doing this, for one thing. I suppose that this is better, but you need methanol. And this just needs syngas. So this needs methanol and syngas. So this has to be just better. Because it's much more pleasant to work with activated carbon. This actually doesn't look terrible at all. And it's coming soon, right? No, it's not. Never mind. That's why it doesn't look terrible, because it's not actually real. It's this thing. Outlet gas stage 2 crashing into syngas. And that's this guy right here, right? So we have plenty of outlet gas. No. Outlet gas stage 2. Yeah, there we are. We have some of it. We can even order it with biofluid if we want to. But I guess it's we're using stage 1. No, wait. Stage 2 is now a byproduct, right? No, it goes then to stage 3. So I suppose I could... Okay, I don't know how I could do it. It's stage 4, which is then getting burned. We're using stage 4 for aromatics. So by diverting this stuff into syngas, we would be losing all of the downstream stuff that we'd get from it. Why is aromatics low? How is that possible? Because we made an entire lignin-based aromatic producing empire here, and you are just chunking along as hard as you can. Oh, why are we somewhat stuck here? Oh, we've got some striping issues when it comes to venting this crud. And we need this guy to chew his way through this, and it's not taking it. Here, you got to be decayed first. No, right there, decayed first. All of you take decayed first. Maybe that will help just a little bit. They have a choice in what they can take. But now we're stopped because of the crud situation. I have questions. Here, let's go tinker with this. Now that we're looking at it. Just hit a target of opportunity, and it's like over here-ish, right? No. Okay, it dropped the zinc before it was through, so maybe we're making more of this now. I don't know. But this area is down a little more and back a little more. I knew that, obviously. All right, so there we go. We're finally venting. It broke through. But I imagine that because of this, there's like cycles here. Here, can we do this? No, because this is here. I was going to put a splitter right here. Can we move the whole thing over by 1? All of you over by 1. There we go. Now what I can do is like just output priority bio crud, and you go to the right. There. And that'll go a little faster. But I'm wondering if it will like drain all this stuff in the middle. We should probably not be using stack inserters here. All right, so you... Oh, you're also having... Oh, what are you stopped on? Are we full up? Yes, we are full up. So there's an issue here somewhere. I'm not sure quite where it is, but there is one. Oh, it's a really weak underflow. Oh, that's interesting. So we're wringing it out of... we're wringing the aromatics out of outlet gas before we use this here. It's an interesting choice. Anyway, let's stop ruminating. We might be doing fine on refined syngas. Refined syngas. Like maybe this was peaking up. Wonder why that stopped. Here, let's take a look at everything. So last episode we did activated carbon right here. I seem to remember we had quite a lot of it. We're going fairly well. Oh, where's this? Oh, sodium hydroxide's the next thing. Oh no, it's actually not that. Okay, come on, guys. There we go. And we need zinc. No, this is zinc chloride, right? I think zinc chloride. So, tell me, friends, what is the problem with zinc chloride right now? It doesn't look like it's doing bad. It has all the gas it needs. Do we just need more? Zinc chloride? Yeah. Okay, we just need more zinc chloride. And boy, do I have a solution for you. It's called a beacon. We use beacons here because we are never going to make this any better, you know? It's never going to produce more than it is right now. Wasn't it supposed to be right about here? Nah, down a little more. The only way to make this better is to add better buildings or to module everything. And so here we go. Give me this, and you go here. Not the perfect place for it, but there we go. And that, oh, it doesn't hit that guy either. Oh, and there's two. Okay, wait a second. Oh, there's already one here. Ooh. Ooh, friend. And you're going a 5-2. So we'll have to go for a 4-3. Now we're in the realm of double beaconing. Guess we need a lot of zinc chloride. I'm probably going to have to make another zinc chloride maker somewhere. Anyway, that's to go for activated carbon, right? Yeah, just right into this. You need 2 each. And that's just some stuff. Zinc is becoming relevant. Let's see how much of a boost we just gave ourselves. Zinc chloride right there. In the last 10 minutes, we've gone from 650 a minute to... What's with this crash? Oh. Ooh. That's not what I want to see. So we have to pull this back again to look at this guy, and this guy's already beaconed too. Starting to get a little nervous, aren't we? And that's full up, and that's full up. No, it's not full up. We might need more chlorine. Yeah, it's brought in by biofluid. I bet you we're going to see hydrogen chloride. Hydrogen. No, we should be on fluids. Hydrogen chloride. Yeah, it's rough. For that many chlorine. The endless struggle, which is chlorine. And that's kind of just peaked out, huh? There's a delivery. So it's kind of pointless to make this go faster. Because we're pretty much going at fast. Didn't we get another chlorine recipe? Or at least hydrogen chloride recipe just a second ago? No. Yeah, this. And this is just more lamp efficient, and I honestly couldn't care less. I want more chlorine. And I seem to remember that this is good, but we don't have enough guts. And this is pretty good, but we can't do it. Well, okay, we could do it soon. We should be doing this. Like, we should be venting blood into chlorine before we vent it into ore. So maybe I'll rework that. Maybe I'll do something. I don't know. Anyway, we're going to look at this, but that's... Where are you in this? Oh, you're way down. Well, I mean, no, not really. You're close. Maybe I should be going for this. Just prioritizing it. This has been a really scattered day so far. Yeah, we're out of chlorine now. And this is what we're doing with most of it. We're just splitting saline water for chlorine. This is our primary chlorine maker. And it's going to be that way until this, I suppose. What are we doing with guts? Guts come in. Guts. Some guts are being vented. Okay. Okay, where are we going with this guts? I think this is it. Or we're making acetic acid out of these guts. But I swear we have a chlorine from guts maker around here. I could have sworn I set it up. Chlorine. Yeah, it's right there. It's right there. I bet you that whale needs to be... No, it's just going as hard as it can. Yeah, the circuit condition, if we have more than 3K guts, take 3K guts. And don't wait, and don't wait. And this is just not enough. Oh, okay, so this has an easy answer. We just need to double this. All right. I accept easy answer. Easy answer is my favorite. So let's just go get a bunch of metal atomizers. And then on top of that, maybe even beacon them. Now we're just going to double it for right now. So I need, first off, we should probably get them from out there. Okay, first off, I think it's 17 of them. Yeah, no, not 17, 14. So that's 7 times 2, not 7 and with a 1 in front of it. My brain does work. It's just, it's a lot of leaps of faith at times. Atomizer. The circle with the explosion symbol. Okay, fine. We'll look. Atom. Down here. So next run over and then south. All right. I can navigate my own base. There's what we need. And now. See, we're not even at our chore list. We're just looking around thinking thinky thoughts. And while I have quite often spoken of the danger of thinking, I guess I'm just a hypocrite. So you have to be more or less exactly like so. We'll probably put more in, and this is just, you know, yeah, this is just where guts go to become chlorine. And later on, we'll probably beacon this somehow. I mean, sure, right? So what we need is this line right here. You got to be different. Like this vent is going to exist still. So what we want, you to be a helper, not a herder. I need you to be a helper. Let's not do it like that. That's probably bad. So like this to like this. And we're not doing that. We're going to do something like that, trust me. But not like that, like that. Then we just walk this way, right? And right here, now we're going to have to get rid of the jerky. Not sure what we're going to be doing about that, but we will do something. And then this guy comes down like this, and this should make a lot of chlorine, right? This should be 10 per second each, I want to say. No, 20 per second each. Jeez. Here, go the other way. And that's coming around, and that's coming around. So this should definitely help, more than doubling this. How are we doing on power? We haven't had a brownout in a while. That came close. All right, so kind of worry about this being only a caravan. I kind of worry about this not being appropriately preferenced, you know? Oh, and you see, and we're not making enough. I don't think this is going to be sustained. I need more animal bits. I don't know. We'll see how this goes. But for the moment, I must secure the future. And I think we can do this pretty easily, right? So you are Mr. Jerky. Like so. And then Mr. Jerky will just come up. And you'll just go back in this box however you can. And then this box will, I suppose, send it on endless loop? No, that's a terrible idea. Instead, we should drag it straight up and get on that line, because that is a waste line. All right, maybe that's correct. So why aren't you going? Oh, I probably haven't hooked any of this up, huh? Ooh. Why is there cyanic everywhere? Doesn't look like anything was traversing this block. But that does look real. And that was probably sat down. So you only have a little in it, so we're just going to flush. Okay, now it turns on. So do you actually hook up at any point? No, it does not. So it is my responsibility to make that go. There you go. And a great breath of chlorine in the air. Just gotta toss those in the digestion area. And so now it's working, not working, working, not working. Herky-jerky. We should have full chlorine pressure now. So let's take a look and see if we've had an effect. Chlorine. The last 10 minutes. So it was at 40K, and now we're cruising along at 70K when we can. But this is going to run dry. No, he's coming back. Maybe it won't run dry. We have these wonderful storage tanks. All right, we're going to pretend we did something good here. Maybe we affected the world correctly. Maybe not. I still want to get chlorine from blood as well. It's much better than ore. Chlorine's like a rare compound, unfortunately. Take this, take that. Next. We should actually do something that's on our list. Like maybe make sure refined syngas is actually overflowing. Here, this is for you. And our yardstick for that would be glassware, right? Are you going? No, you're out of stoppers. That's acceptable. Going at the rate of stopper is acceptable. And then we look over here, and this is the surface we're working on, and we need more sodium sulfate. All right, this is what we have to work on. And sodium sulfate, we probably have to set up a sodium sulfate maker, because it just feeds into sodium carbonate. You seem like you're doing all right. But this guy, we're having a crunch at the sodium hydroxide makers. So I have to peel off some pressure there. I had some ideas, right? So we have this salt mine, right? And salt is the essence of sodium hydroxide. It's just salt and slaked lime. And slaked lime is just seaweed and oxygen, and that makes chlorine. So, okay, also need a chlorine out. That's unfortunate. So we need an oxygen and chlorine out. Because what I wanted to do is just set up a pod here that if it's not making saline water, it should immediately go into making sodium hydroxide and then just contribute that to the center. And how are we doing on that right now? No, we're full up. Oh, so we don't really have a sodium hydroxide problem. We have a distribution problem. So one of you guys, your job is to fill cargo, and your job is to also fill cargo. All right, so your new job is to come here. So hard. It's like, where are you going with this? Yeah, you're the guy. Then where are you going with this? You're the other guy. So, and this guy is just delivering, I suppose. Yeah, that's why we're having so much there. So we need to like pull one of these guys who is not you, but this guy. No, the other one. You. Oh, that was a boom. It also caught a bot. It damaged one of the undergrounds, but didn't destroy it. All right, so what I want from you is to reassign this. You're going back to the center. It looks like we've overcorrected. I still want to set up a sodium hydroxide unit, though. Problem is getting the gases in and out. I really wish I could exhale on biofluid, but I can't. See, someone took a little bit here, but not done. There. Go fill this cargo. There. So what to do? I have another sodium hydroxide maker up here. Are you stuffed? Yeah. You know what? That one I sent to the center, let's not do that. So we just have a distribution problem here. That's it. That's all. We are producing enough. It just isn't in the correct places. So it's got to be you, right? And then you're emptying right there. All right, we're going to reassign you again. You're going to go grab from the other one right here. I want you to fill your cargo there. All right, we're just going to assume that's going to work. All right, more sodium hydroxide. We might need more sodium sulfate. Refined syngas alarm, question mark. That's a real good question, isn't it? Should we be triggering a refined syngas alarm? And I think the answer should be yes. So you're bound on syngas. Good. Looks like we got 2 instead of a 1. And so, yeah. But where's the threshold? So it looks for this being empty. No, less than 100. Oh, I suppose, yeah, we're not alarming on that. We probably should. We probably should be reading directly from this. But we're clearly distributing a lot of refined syngas. I could just choose to believe everything is okay right here. And I think I will if and this is flowing. Here, let's take a look one more time. Refined syngas. We're pegged out on production. And in the last 10 minutes, we're producing more than we're consuming. I think for right now, we're just going to say this is okay. The only question is, do we need more niobium ore? And that is this line right here. That answer might be yes. Like this is, so we're processing the pulse down to right here. And this guy's delivering. And then you're going to empty your cargo right here. And we actually have some excess. So we don't need to worry about this right now. I mean, eventually we'll have to worry about it, but not right now. So no more. So that's done. I wonder if your toy has finally ticked over. I would drop everything to go mess with that. And the answer is no. No, it has not. Near 600 rolls, and I haven't gotten the second victory. Meanwhile, Renea over here, chunking along. Oh no, you're not chunking along. This is about the same as it was last time I looked, and there was an entire episode there, but you're moving. Okay, so we have this. You're not... There's a... You can't get rid of the liquid manure. I was kind of worried about this. Okay, we have to get rid of liquid manure. I could just tank it for a long time. I mean, a long time. I really don't want to spend Zogna, but, I mean, this would work. It wouldn't even be that bad. Alright, so I guess we have to do this, and we need a bioreactor, I suppose. Bioreact. But how actually to do this? Because we had the liquid manure makers recent. And I think we did not... Oh, what's going on here? Oh, it's just... It's full up. There's no need for it right now. Yeah. Okay, got it. So yeah, this is an issue. A minor issue, but still an issue. So... Ideally... We would do this right here, right? Just like somewhere in here. This is a wacky vent kind of thing, so it could be anywhere. So bioreactor, where are you? Oh, we had them already. Oh, man, sneezing. Big sneezing. We want to make a bunch of urea. So this is going to be excess liquid manure, and we'll get Zogna from around here somewhere. So the liquid manure has to overflow. And our maker here underflows into this pipe. So it has, if this overflows, it well and truly is a problem for us. So that will come here. And the question is, where am I going to find Zogna around here? I know it's used, but I don't think it's piped anywhere. Oh, I can't reach. Come on, guys. There you go. And then right here, and then we just keep going down. And this is the wastewater vent, which eats chlorine, which is kind of unfortunate to think about. All right, so what I want right here is a massive overflow. 95%. You're going to go right now, of course. But you are not preferenced. Okay. Just like so. Now we have to find some Zogna. I suppose it's not in... No, you're not used there. What uses Zogna around here? I know we have a whole line. Is it just all the way over at Sponges? Could have sworn something in here used it. Maybe I can just go look it up, right? What uses Zogna? No. Ethanol does, and Sponges does. And we're going to have to need it for serine. Ew. So I guess I have to pull Zogna over from sponges, unfortunately. And we will have one more. Yeah, and that just comes in biofluid, so that's all we get. Not a problem, though. We can use this. So all we have to do is sneak it all the way over, and then we're on to our next problem, which I still think should probably be more sodium hydroxide. I still feel like making a sodium hydroxide unit that sits outside of salt mines and opportunistically makes sodium hydroxide. The problem is it needs oxygen, briquettes, and seaweed, and then exhales chlorine. Getting the chlorine line out is going to be the real hard bit. So, don't really know. Maybe that's a situation for a fluid caravan. Honestly, yes it is. Maybe I have to see how those, how good those are. I know I promised to take a look. But a whole caravan just to vent a waste product? I suppose. Alright, so right there, our Zogna comes in. Like that, like that. And then this will just attach right here. And I don't have to worry about anything else. This is just more urea. And this is our blood vent, which we should never be using, because blood is just too valuable. Alright, good. And that will get rid of waste, manure, liquid manure. So it means this is running again. Okay, good. We've improved something. Now on to the next thing. So I have to keep watching sodium sulfate. So let's go take a look. That's being made here. We want to watch. We want with science behind it. Sodium sulf. I want to see this not so wavy. Nowhere near so wavy. How much does a fluid caravan store? Here, let's take a look. Fluid Cara. There we go. It's really early. It looks like, oh, you have to give a pump and a pie tank. Oh, come on, guys. Why do you make this so weird? And this carries how much? I bet it's 40K. And it's pump in and pump out. So the problem is 40K is not a lot. It's 400 cycles, where you can put a whole lot more than 400 cycles in a normal caravan. Is there an upgraded version of this that's faster? Is this worth? Okay, so the proposition is this. Right here, I will set up a system that takes excess salt and it processes it into sodium hydroxide and chlorine. Chlorine gas, I could run a line somewhere and oxygen has to come in. So we need oxygen in, chlorine gas out. And like both of those things are hard. It would be much better to bring the salt to a central station, I think. Like make a real big block of just opportunistic sodium hydroxide, like right here or right here. And then wire the waste products and the input products in real good. So like just seaweed made right there. So it would just be bringing in briquettes. And then I just gather in excess salt. Just like there'll be an overflow salt right here. So if this is maximum saline, so when that's no longer running, it flows into another bucket, and that bucket supplies this, and it's not really expected to be there. But salt is so hard to transport. That's the problem with this. I kind of need something on site. I don't know. I don't know. We're just going to pretend everything's okay for right now. That's what we're doing, right? That's what we're best at. Playing let's pretend everything is okay. And I think I should probably just close my eyes and start ramming forward, right? I think all of these in the backfield can come down. Just like make sure we keep the extender on each one and make sure we deal with the pipes. Wonder where the extender went on that one. Now pipes. And pipes. Then pipes. Then there's one more, right? No. No, here? Maybe? No, that we already put in, I think. Okay, there's another one. Maybe I clip power there. I don't know. Right here, everything's good. These can all come down. I think it is a time to reap. 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 Pick all this up. And I think we have to put down at least one while we're doing this, or we're going to jam up central command, you know? So I think we have to just continue sidling forward like this. There. Just move them around. Just shifting the deck chairs. And then the exact same thing over here, right? Like that. Can anything come down over here? Probably yes. Pull this guy down. And we'll just continue pushing out. Just giving the bots something to do. Oh, what's this? Shouldn't this be repaired by now? Yeah, that blew sky high. Why weren't you repairing this by now? Oh, we're short. Okay, we gotta go fix that. Here, no bots. I don't want no bots. Definitely don't want to get in range. So when we moved this, we moved it a hair too close. Can we do that? Oh, no, we actually can't do that. Oh. All right, is that now sealed? No, it has to go up one more. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, that is kind of bad, isn't it? Well, we can make it work. Even if bad, it can work. All right, or, never mind. Hold on. No, I didn't want that to happen. That was bad. I could use this, right? Why not make the home base just bigger? And that'll connect just fine. Yep, that was the actual solution. Dang. Oh, and it can hold more. So, I don't know. Maybe this is okay. This is going to be just a lost episode, I feel. Just a wandery. And it's contained? Yes, it is completely self-contained. I wonder why the logistics have no problem. I don't know. Are any of these actually going? No, we are. Oh, why? Why aren't you going? You can't get the Bodos out? Oh, that is not a real problem, friend. Okay. Okay, that's, yeah. Yeah, not a real problem. And then, oh, and then we have this issue. Well, wait a second. What side will they be on? They will all be on that side. So this isn't actually much of a problem. Except when Bodos come through and then... Well, this is dumb. Here, what we're doing now is dumb. Let's just back off of being dumb. This is possible, even for me. Let's just go over here, and we're going to come like this. And then we're going to go right there. There we go. And this whole little embarrassing incident, no long... Oh, okay, wait a second. This embarrassing incident is happening still, because we need to be on the south side only. Okay, there we go. That's what we needed. There. And now the Bodos are getting out again. An improvement? Question mark? I don't know. What I do know is this can go here. This can go there. You can get chucked there. Done. Alright. Now, ash. I don't see any. So, better? Maybe. We gotta get all these up too. Okay, now it's clean. So toss that there. Toss that there. And now we're done. Okay. Okay, better. Now we're producing again, I guess? Yes. And we're still awaiting our first real shot of fuel cells, which, when they come, should be cause for much rejoicing. We're not using the better fuel cells. I really should sit down and start making those. Yeah, don't look at that. Don't look at anything. What was I doing? I was claiming more territory, right? It's like, oh, what's going on here? I guess we got to go help that. Then I don't know. Maybe I just close my eyes and build forward. I think that's what I'm going to do today. We've already dithered around for most of the first episode. It's like, any more of this I'm going to do? No. We're done with chores after this. After we finish with military matters. There. And that'll get fixed eventually. This should start pushing out this way now, which means I need to align this guy, right? Actually a really good one. Except it's in range of these guys. Hi, friends. You're in range of 12 tubes. That is a real problem for you. There we go. Now we probably need an extender. Oh, there. This is actually kind of bad for me, because they're going to start ripping these things up, right? Because they're not going to be able to get out. Like, that guy's getting trapped. Maybe I can just go help. I don't have to stand by helpless. I can do something about this. I have agency. And ultimately, they're stuck in a box. Do I need an extender here? Kind of looks like no. It's within range of that one. All right, so let's just stop thinking about this. Let's stop thinking about everything. Let's just concentrate on moving forward today as fast as we can. Well, science is going. I wonder how nanocrystalline cellulose is doing. That was an interesting one from the other day. See, I get these questions in my head and I can't stop myself. Oh, we're full? No, they're coming back for more. What are we stopped at? Why you no go? Why is this going out? No boric acid. No way. No way, friends. The big B is low. Of course. Okay, we're just not going to do this. We have a direct boric acid line. And this is quite expensive when it comes to biofluid time. So let's just not do this thing we're doing, right? Like there's some, it's coming in. But we're going to do a line because we know for a fact that we have a direct boric acid line up here. So do I ship salt around, or do I try to turn it into something on site? And there's boric acid just literally right there. And then ship the byproducts around. It's so tough to say. Like caravan in fluids is getting to be a or I could just ship the salt out. Like if I'm already talking about multiple caravans, why, here, we're just pulling this up. You're done now. If I'm already talking about multiple caravans, why not use multiple whales to haul salt out? Simple question, right? And I guess when I phrase it like that, it's pretty obvious that I just have to collect the salt and send it to a central area that opportunistically makes as much sodium hydroxide as possible. So now we have a different problem from what we had before. And this guy needs salt. He's on the way, but he's not here. Wait a second, what are you doing? Like, where are you supposed to fill that cargo from, though? Maybe you'll be the first. See, that guy's just... I probably removed his salt mine at some point. So, okay. I'm going to declare that this salt mine up here, right here, our merry friend. I probably should try to make this as condensed as possible, but I'm also not doing that. That if any salt makes it through here, it is free to be used anywhere else. There we go. And if we go look at that sodium hydroxide maker right there, and we have this guy wasting his life right here, you will come fill your cargo. This is what you want to do. Come fill your cargo right here. And it's going to take you a long time, but it's better than just floating there like you were before. It is producing 50 salt a second, so it's still probably enough at this range to be like 2 whales jobs just hauling salt around there when it's flowing. I don't know. We're going to make fiberglass now. It's time to just close our eyes and press forward. Here's another one that needs the exact same treatment. But we're not doing that right now. Instead, we are doing this. Okay. So it is just recognized that we need more sodium sulfate. I got that. That's fine. It's okay. I believe. But what I need now is to get this going. So I set this all up, and you need 2 fluids. You need boric acid, and you need fuel. Let's just trim all of this. Are you just completely misaligned? It's like just an utter mess. So we'll put boric acid in the center. All right. This is actually going to happen. And then like so. And we'll find a way to get boric acid because there's a whole huge line of it around here somewhere. We know it exists. We made it. So you're actually going to be right up here. And then we're going to... This is where this goes. So, good, right? All right, we have in and out. No, we have 2 outs. Why is that? Why have I failed this? Because we should have in and out. Well, there we go. And then this should go right here. And then this should go right here. Yeah, it's fine. Doesn't even matter. All right, let's make a unit. This is how everything always starts, right? Make a unit. Just erase everything. And just build one beautiful example, which we'll use to guide everything going forward. All right, so we have right here fuel in the middle. Boric acid coming on the side. Nothing coming on the back. That's good. We have a complete lack of coherent power distributions. You got to go right there and right there. That's better. And then we have, how much do we use of stuff? Not a lot. This is a lot of epoxy, though. This is going to be a big problem. We want output to the left, and that is fiberglass. And then this ends up in this bin right here. Great, right? So what are we going to do with this area right here? No idea. None. All right, so we just get all these things, 5 materials. That says sushi belt. That's what it means. Whenever you see more than 4 inputs, which can be addressed with a serpentine belt, it's time for some sort of sushi belt. Just please and thank you, end of story. So that all works now, except you don't have boron and boric. All right, so that is now all hooked up. And the next thing we have to do, I believe, is program this whale. Did I ever? Yeah, I did do this right. Good, I did something right. And then this is going to be our material. So it's time to program this whale. Let's do it. We need epoxy. This we make locally. We need to go get this, rayon and nylon and fiberboard. So I wish you would stop killing so many bots. At least it's just the price of expansion, you know? All right, so we need 5 epoxy. We need lots of this. 2 rayon, 3 nylon, 2 fiberboard. Okay. And this is 5, 10, 12. So 9,000 divided by 12. 750. So we just do 700. So 3,500 epoxy. Here, I'll bring this back. And then 1,400, 1,200, and 1,400. It's quite a few runs of this in one whale cargo hold. So you're going to be whale hungry. And then I want you to go on a real journey. Epoxies and electronics, rayon and nylon are just next to each other in the 5 stack, right? We're out of coated container. Strange, right? So, okay, so nylon is right here. Load items 3, and that's 2,100, right? Now we want to add destination. Oh, good. Hey, look how fast that was. Here, we'll get to you in a second. We're going to do quality of life stuff next. Why are sticks constantly out? Here, let's go glance at that. That's probably bad. I should probably pay attention to it. Okay, that is bad. Whenever it starts destroying, this is them catching a... Not you. Where is this? Identify yourself. Right here. Yeah, this is catching us off guard. It's just going to denude every single bot here if not stopped. Come on, guys. Why aren't you hooked up? It's like, guys, we really need that. I wonder why. It shouldn't have shot. Maybe it did. It's got 18 kills. It did shoot, but we don't have this hooked up yet? Is this... What am I looking at here? Why hasn't anyone done that? That's a critical piece. Guys, we need that online. Anyway. What was I doing? That's right, I was dragging myself back again. We've got nylon. There's our rayon. Load items. And we gotta drag you back again. Blah, 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 blah. 1400. And now we need, all the way back, fiberboard. Which I don't remember what we did with. Oh, it's right here and we don't have enough. Maybe I should investigate that. Fiberboard. 1400. And now epoxy, which we know where that is. It's in the electronic stack. And we don't have enough of that either. That's strange. Load items, epoxy, 3500. Because now that's going to cause a problem real soon here. Because I'm going to need a whole lot of it. And a whole lot more. Would you please stop? Add destination right here. Circuit condition. C equals G, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. And that's 3,500, 1,400, 2,100, 1,400. I think new styles not to do this. Okay, now I have to chase him down to feed him. This step should not exist. This step is just kind of obnoxious. It's a lot of scrolling around and clicking. All right, so that's going. Anyway, we got this. They're a long way away. And I mean a long way off. Like probably a month. But now we're going to do fun stuff. Just more stacking. More stacking is more better. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I should probably look at fiberboard, right? I think that's sodium hydroxide again. Fiber. Notepad, you are dismissed. Fiberboard. I think you're sodium hydroxide, right? Yeah, no, wait, you're sodium... Oh, it's all this. I have to make a maker for this, huh? I think that is likely true. So... How is sodium hydroxide doing? How is sodium sulfate doing? Sulfate. You. It still dips a lot. So a lot of this gets consumed into carbonate. So don't be mistaken to think that this is actually real. The only sodium... Is there any better way to make this? As I recall, the answer is no. There's bisulfate, but I seem to remember that being 10 hydroxide and sulfuric acid makes sulfate. That's a lot of hydroxide. And it's 1 bisulfate and 5 salt. And bisulfate is 10 salt, and how is this even close to being better? It does make some hydrogen chloride, so it's 15 salt and 100 sulfuric acid, whereas this recipe right here is 10 and 50, and it's just better. And it's affected by prod, and the other one... This is not affected by prod, so you can't double prod it. That would be a reason to do it. It might even eventually catch up. But no, we're not going to do this. So we just need more sodium hydroxide in. Wonder how constant this is. All right, we're going to have to deal with this. Not today, just in general. We should set this up. Oh, I took everything off. All right, hold on. Before I finish the sushi hands. All right, so epoxy. We don't have a lot of U. I had to investigate that too. And we have to listen to the wind. Read contents and hold. So what I want you to do, enable when less than 200. Sure. We're just going to start with that. And rayon right there. Meanwhile, nylon right there. And then fiberboard also right there. Then, of course, we need our guest of honor. Which is fibers, right? There we go. And then boop. And boop, boop, boop. Then we'll probably need a oh, that splitter kind of ruins things, doesn't it? I wonder if it also ruined things here too. Kind of did. All right, we'll also read right here. It's a little inconvenient. Not terribly, terribly inconvenient. Okay, that's fine. That'll get all sides of everything, probably, except for the stuff right here, and that's probably fine. I don't like seeing it when flamer turrets die. Maybe I should just leave all that alone. How are we doing here? This is going, but you're the only one. I wonder why this blew up at all. Where'd you get the fuel? And this guy is just waiting. Just waiting. All right, so we have produced. That has out on both sides. Is that serious? If I do this, does it just work? Here, we'll do right there. Yeah, it did. I didn't expect that to be that nice. Alright, so all I have to do is bridge the gap right here. And we'll have our gasoline in, and then I gotta find boric acid. And then, what's wrong with epoxy right now? So I think we make epoxy most of the time by chucking ponies into a thing, a place. So why... I see a lot of... what is this? Collagen? I don't see a lot of ponies here. Why is that? We have plenty of cages. We need more cubs. What's going on here? Need more mushrooms. Need more mushrooms. Oh, you're kind of old style, aren't you? Here, let's add a lot more. And I'm probably going to have to put in a different sort of epoxy maker. This is probably not going to be enough. Yeah, I need a lot more mushrooms if I want to hold on that input rate. Here, let's just input everything a little bit more, seeing as how we have space on the belt. Chirp, chirp. And if necessary, we can get more here. We don't even have the level 2 Ulrichs deployed, and we spent all this time making them, right? Is that what I'm seeing? Where would they go? Oh, right. Where would they go? We're clearly doing that. What is this putting in here? So level 2 Ulrichs. So we have level 2 Ulrichs right here. But shouldn't they get in a bin somewhere? Like right there. you have to refresh these guys? I think we're just jammed. Like, where do we throw off the level 2 ulrics? Are you circulating endlessly? You are. Ooh. Because you're not hooked up correctly at all. All right. Understood. I can help with that. I'm getting distracted, but it might be for a purpose. And this just isn't. So how is this supposed to work? So the ulrics give a sample right here, and it gives a tired ulric. And we put a tired ulric with food, and it comes out here. And then we get an ulric. Here, we should go look at this first. Well, we can finish this. The last thing we need to do is probably a whale, just because of distance. Whale hungry. I want you to come right here. I want you to fill that cargo. And I want you to take that all the way over to the electronics stack. I think we're right there now. Then empty cargo. And even though this is not being made. Oh, no, we have to finish boric acid. So let's do that first, and then we'll start worrying about ulric uplifting. Where is our boric acid line? Oh, probably right there, huh? This is kind of the place. You wanted boric acid? We can help you with that. Just come with me. Come with me now. And then try to get over at some point. Like this. I know I have to expand the wall, but man, these alarms are just not fun. All right. So there's all of our liquid in order to make fiberglass. We can't even prod this, jeez. That's a little cruel in my opinion. All right, so we have seen problems. Here, let's just declare this done. Fiberglass, done. What more do I need to do? I think I have to do this. Maybe cooling system. Where is cooling system used? Well, doesn't this look fun? Yeah, that's just a general manufacturing area. Then I think we're ready to start on maybe we do magnetic core somewhere in a generic manufacturing center. And we have to reserve space for deposit vanadium core. Probably should go right next door. So yeah, we're almost ready to start on the high-tech area itself. Let's see if we can untangle ulrics. Before we do that, let's sweep by Renea and see if that's going still. Maybe check out your toy. All right, good. I don't really want to distribute these until there's a lot of them because a little does not go a long way when it comes to Renea. You need a lot to go a long way. So we got fish. We got lots of superfish. That's good. But the ulric razor jammed. That's you right here, right? So how is this even supposed to be? So it looks like obviously we're getting too many cubs. So our razor right here, you should be only enabled when cubs is less than, let's just say 25. So you're disabled and we have too many cubs. So let's just pull a couple out and we'll put them in a box somewhere. And we'll see what's happening here. All right, so we get a whole bunch of ulric cubs here, right? The happy whistling ponies. And we'll dunk the cubs in here. Where are we supposed to put our level 2 ulrics? No, Legitimate question. So, oh, right in here. This is the box. Okay. So let's go distribute these. Sorry, just level 2 Ulrich blind, I guess. We're going to need more epoxy, and we're having an Ulrich shortage. Oh, I should have gotten more. I'm sorry, these ponies that I have met today, for you now go from a life of reproduction to a life of, here, you go on a fun ride. A nice fun ride in this cage. Trust me, it only gets better the longer you're on it. The rest of these go back. All right, so that will do something. So how much epoxy does this make? It only makes 2 epoxy per Ulrich. Is this really cheap? Is this cheap? So we need Ulrich food for 6 cubs. And then to raise them, it's just 6 cubs. So yeah, it is really cheap to make an Ulrich. It's almost AUG cheap, honestly. But then the collagen is what now? Oh, it's just stuff. And that's brought in. Can we be prodded here? No, we can be sped though. If we go look at epoxy, I mean, we're definitely going to have to make a dedicated epoxy maker at some point, right? This is not going to hold. So we have to just kind of stick that in the back of our head. Oh, we only have a single dinosaur. Here, you go. And we're trying to get 3,500. And that's more than a single dinosaur load. I question everything we're doing right now. Anyway, I'm going to take those questions and I'm going to push them out of my head. These are deep analysis questions about where we should be with the factory, and I am simply put not prepared to deal with those questions at this time. Sometimes I am philosophical. Today, I am practical. What I want to do is set up the next tier of... It's just going to make our life inconvenient. And it's right next to this. This is kind of dense. This is weird. Anyway, you guys, come with me. You know what I say. Come with me now. And this one. I should probably make sure that these are hooked up, right? They may not be giving formal news reports, but they're still important. Like, we may not wire them into an alarm in a light, but having them in the system for when I mouse over things, that has value. Like, this whole thing was never wired up correctly. That's fine. We can wire it up now. There, look at a whole bunch of other things not to have. We're short on diamonds. That's probably bad. Yes, we are short on diamonds. We're very short on diamonds. This guy doesn't have a lot. So what's our problem here? What is our problem here? No ore? Yeah, we need to add more ore to the system. All right, that goes on the list. Not for today. More kimberlite ore. And this is one of those things that the whale is actually good at because it mines so slowly. Kimberlite. It says it's called a something pipe, right? Pipe. Kimberlite rock. Is that what we're doing? We're not mining that. We're not mining that. I suppose we probably wouldn't see the ones we are mining because there's a thing. No, it's right there. And this produces 5 a second. This is not a lot. One dinosaur can easily service that. So we have to put down a bunch more of those things. That's not happening today. So epoxy is going to be a real problem. What's this? Oh, we need more optical cable. Is this just not getting made for some reason? We need more photopores. I mean, this appears to be... Are we out of trits? Do we just not have enough trits? Oh. It's like we're not putting enough trits on the belt. $50? That's plenty of trits, I would think. Alright, well, I guess I think wrong. If there's slack in the belt, that means it is wrong. Okay, come on, guy. Come on. Full 100 now. There you go. There's no guy waiting to drop here, but he is on his way back, so... Maybe we have to get more trits in. An ineffectual balancer, of course. Very nice. And this does make double photopores, right? 4 instead of 2. So what's wrong here? Oh, so this isn't going full speed. Oh, we need specifically this one to go. All right, and that's fine. Unless these photopores are rotting out here. This is making 0.66, so it should be going same speed. What's the problem then? It should be putting all these directly here and then it goes directly into their hands. So it's 0.66 out and 0.66 in. I mean, I don't see any plastic here, and that's kind of worrying. Where is this guy? What are you doing? You're trying to get... Oh. Iron niobium is down? That seems highly unlikely, right? Okay, I can double this. I can just go and double it. No, this is not the right one. What is this? This is a different thing. Iron niobium. Iron niobium is done where? It's not that. It's that, right there. Okay, I see you. And you're not going at all, because we have no niobium complex. This is a indication I need to get more niobium ore in. Niobium ore is backing up here, not even. It's produced very slowly. So I may need more niobium ore, and it's for real. Alright. More niobium ore. And we have to like triple this, and that's gonna require more. Yeah, look at this. Look how this guy is just having no problem whatsoever keeping up with this production. Is there ever a better niobium mine? How do I make more niobium ore? Give me niobium ore. So we gather from niobium ore. It requires fine syngas, which is quite a lot. And this might be better, honestly. Where do we get this? Don't I already make this? It's from guar. And we're doing this recipe, I believe. It makes 20 niobium-rich biomass, and that's 20 niobium ore. What do I feel about that production? Because this is only producing what? 0.3 a second. No, 0.5 a second, excuse me. And if I go up to our phytomining operation right here, guar side right here. You need more. And you're producing 2 a second. You know what? We're going to go do this right now. I'm interested to see how this would work in practice. Like, I'll pull this off right here, and then we will crash it out into ore and send that somewhere. Send that directly to the mine, probably. All right, so take a look here, and we want to do this, and that's in just a pulp mill. And I suppose we're just going to trash that stuff, and we need steam. It needs to be greater than 500 degrees. That's a problem. Where do we get steam that is that hot? Because in a boiler, it comes out as 250. That's not what we want. Huh. No. Like right here in a Simic boiler, but we don't have one of those. Geothermal water, of course, which probably is how I'm going to do this. In a regenerative heat exchanger. And that comes from geothermal water as well. All right, so do we have a geothermal vent somewhere around here? Yes, right there. All right, so we're going to go do a project. A little side quest. Thank you. Notepad. We've already done one good thing for today. Let's try throwing this in and then maybe do something else afterwards. Something small. Just to say that we're still making forward progress. And then we need like a couple regenerative heat exchangers, right? Those are right here. I think we only need 2 probably, right? And then we should carry everything else we need. We need a bunch of pulp mills. Just take both of these. Stop messing with me, guys. We need a few more of these. That's too much. All right. Let's go see if we can phytomine. So this should be quite nice when it comes to supplemental niobium. Oh, we're also... Okay, never mind. Hold on. First question. Are any of these actually important? The answer is yes. We're going to have to erase this ore. We're going to have to figure out what we're doing. I didn't get the time it took to get out the special eraser was too slow. That's the level of impatience that I've hit right now. Okay, so now I have to pick up all this, pick up that, pick up that, pick up that. All right, now then all that, and that still needs to go away. Okay, now we will throw down a block, and we're just going to do it like this. Go, my bots, make it real. And we're going to throw down appropriate decorations. And then I should probably see how fast this actually gets made. I wonder if it could be prodded too. Ooh. No, it cannot be prodded. It produces at 2 a second. So if I have, well, hold on. Let's just hold our horses here. We're making an niobium mine. And while this does take whatever it is I try to put into guar, I don't think guar is actually that intensive, is it? No. It produces, well, that's one cycle, and it takes, what, 40 of these? Now, how many guar does it take to make these beans? So, okay, one of these cycles, let's look at this. Let's think about it. One of these cycles does 25 guar for a cost of 15 seeds. And then it's 2 to 8. So 12 0.5 times 8 minus 15, which we paid, it makes 85 seeds, each one of those cycles. And then this comes right here, and that's 2 and okay, just 2, and it makes 40 niobium ore. This seems like it's really efficient to me. Maybe I'm wrong. I wouldn't mind being wrong here. I mean, okay, it's not strictly accurate, but I feel like I have to see the wrong myself. What's going on here? How? Why? You're even named. What am I looking at here? Why do we have caravans here? The world is... okay, things are happening again. Things are strange. I turn around and there's doors where there shouldn't be doors. Stuff has moved. The demons are back. I don't know how to respond to this. Why are there all sorts of caravans in this? I don't understand. Why? Why are caravans just appearing in this box? Is this like some sort of underground? Are they escaping? Why is this one here, Louis? Okay, tell me, what were you thinking? Oh, look at that. I got an achievement for placing a caravan. Apparently it doesn't count on aerials. So what were you thinking about? It's impossible to say. I don't know. I have many questions about that. All I know is I'm not making enough forward progress. And I came here for, now my inventory is filled and I don't understand, and everything is flashing at me. Everything is weird. I'm getting a little freaking out here. I'm starting to freak out. All right. Now we're going to try this one more time. I need this new armor so I can fill my inventory with even more junk. The problem isn't the lack of inventory space right now. The problem is 100% me. If I handled my inventory better, more seriously, I would have much better time with things. There you go. That's all I wanted. Okay, so now. Now. That's taken care of. So we can start putting in the first phytomining area here. All right, so you produce 2 of these a second. You eat 2 of these a second. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 12. So I want to put in 12 of you. That's going to be kind of easy, right? 2, 3. We're just going to do this right now. All right, so you need the input, and then you have an output and a secondary output. So just drag you across. And then we want to put our niobium ore right here. And we're just taking this directly to the processing center. We're not going to take it to material sorting. This is serious big boy niobium. This is up too far. I'm just going to kind of put this right here, I think. No, we have to have room to get rid of the biomass. You produced 1 a second. Yeah, we can boil that off real easy. And that goes there, and we'll rig that up. And that's actually kind of perfect. Well, no. This has to be a little different. But not a lot. So right here is where it's going to boil it off. All right, so you're going to out niobium, out biomass. Right? Then out biomass. Right there. Is good. Is good. And then like that, like that, like that. Then, and then the material in will just come up here, and then we'll come back around like so. and the material in like this. And it will be a hug belt, you know? So this will not be a problem. Now copy. Okay, okay, hold on a second. We're going to do units of 3, I suppose, even though that's inefficient. Here, just come out the back. Then I'll work on getting you your steam. There. A unit. I take all of this, and you just go right there, and then I invert it. It goes right there, and it goes right there. Alright, so just good for now, I suppose. And I can make more later as we make more guar faster, process it better, so on and so forth. This part will break first. You are making niobium ore. This goes here and here, and you are shoveling in the biomass. I actually think maybe this might be where it breaks. The system, I mean. But we'll figure that out in a second here. So, water out. Then you do the normal thing of severely underflowing. And we have a tank, right? And then right to here. Okay, good. You are now ready to go. Hopefully you can burn... Well, I can put more up there if I need to. This doesn't have to be the only one. Great. So now I have to go and fetch the steam I need, which can really only come from geothermal at my tech tier. Probably what I'm looking for forever is just geothermal. Alright, so you need... I probably should have just copied and pasted this from the other place, but laziness is... I guess just need pressurized water, and that needs water. Right there. Water. Ding, ding. Well, okay. Maybe I could have done that a little better. There we go. Now, dedicated power for you. Congrats. I think I should probably store this as geothermal water for as long as possible, right? Is it actually making? I mean, it looks like it's making. All right, we're gonna haul this back, and we're gonna phytomine. I hear tell that this is actually quite good. So I'm very interested to see how this works. Niobium is one of those ores that's just a pain. Requires refined syngas and is slow. I guess the slow part is the real sin, huh? Alright, so right here, let's rip this out, let's put it all the way over, give us all the room we need. And what I want is a regenerative heat exchanger. Oh, it requires heat. No, friend. I suppose I knew this intellectually. How many fuel values come out of this? Huh. How many fuel values come out of this? Here, let's see if it's going to be remarkably self-contained here. You know? Let's go get a couple burners. You know, if we're very lucky, if we're very, very lucky, exactly as much biomass comes out as is needed. That would be the kind of math thing that a Factorio guy would do. So, see if that works. If we're less lucky, we'll produce more than what we need, right? That's actually a form of being less lucky. That means we're going to have a vent somewhere, which is the thing I just ripped up. We'll have to put it back down again. But if we are terminally unlucky, we're going to need more. And then there's no point in doing this. So how much do you make a second? 120, and you make 20 a second. So we need 2 of these running, actually, really and truly. So I intuited correctly when I did this. So we're going to try this. And I have no idea how this is going to go. Yeah, no, not quite there. Okay, so in and in. I mean, I don't know why I have 2 stack inserters here when I have only 1 stack inserter out. However, we are not going to ask such silly, silly questions. So V, and then over here. Then over here. This is actually going to be kind of interesting to see how the interplay is. Then geothermal water in right here and just pipe it in. And how much are you going to use? 120 a second, and this one produces only 400 a second, so that's just quite not enough. So that's going to be unfortunate. There's geothermal. I might have to go find / occupy another one of these. And I don't see one. Geotherm. These have been very in demand lately. And there just aren't any around here. Like, it goes a long time without seeing any. Hopefully the next tech level will actually make this work. And we're just going to work with 1. We're not that far short. So I should be able to fire this off. Here, hold on a second. Bang, 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 bang. And we do this. Right? And then right here. Okay, this way, this way. Then this is hooked up. And now we need just initial fuel to see if it runs down or not. So let's go snag some wood. And let's prime those burners and watch what they do. Biomass burns clean. Wood burns clean. These are the standards by which I hold things. I don't want to deal with ash. So let's take a look. So I'm actually not going to be able to do this huge amounts because of how I'm limited by geothermal water, or until I get the next source of steam. Yeah, where do I get 500 degree steam from? Just casual 500 degree steam. Oh, I guess we just... So how much is this going to take? Oh, I can efficiency mod you. Yeah. In fact, I could probably do quite a lot with that. AM3, FM3, AM4. That hits it to the limit. That hits it very close to the limit. So 44 kilowatts And that's 250 kilojoules. So just one of those can serve. I betcha that's going to overflow now. I betcha. And I am willing to bet setting up a vent right here. So here we go. I'm making a claim. My claim is that this will power more than enough. And it will, I think, because if it doesn't, I could just add more efficiency modules and it'll be cheaper and cheaper and cheaper, you know? So I'm pretty sure I can cheat the system like that. Don't say this, tell the system I said that. The world becomes shockingly cruel. Very quickly. There we go. Alright, so we have our vent. This is not what I want. That's what I want. Okay, so could we please come up to power? We need 350. We are not there yet. Looks like we will get there, though. I really want to see this running. Steam all hooked up. Oh, this should not be happening. This is going to be one of the more interesting things that's happened in a while. Let's set up a whale. What I want from Mr. Whale is very simple. You must be whale hungry. And I want you to come here. I want you to fill your cargo. And then I want you to take that directly to niobium processing. Just skip material sorting. To right there. And just empty your cargo, please. I apparently have stood on a belt. How wonderful. Please stop wailing away from me. Okay, go to the top. There. Off you go. He's going to go get fed. And this is going to be interesting. Are we there yet? No, we still have 100 degrees to go. We're going to make it? Yes. We are 100% going to make it. So are there any better sources of the steam? Like I said, there's the Silmic boiler. Electric boiler doesn't do it. No. This does. Cool steam. Oh, we can just... Okay, that's weird. I don't know why I'd ever want to do this. I could just do a biomass power plant over here. And it would produce all the steam I needed. It would be as hot as I required. These are all side products. Yeah, that's good. But, you know, Simic boiler. It's like, no. These are all low. There's a lot of low-grade steam out there. Enriched uranium biomass. It requires Bodos. Speaking of, let's pop over. See how Bodos are going. You're going, but you're almost out of fuel. So this is gonna come to a stop very soon until the fuel whale arrives. All right, we're about to start. We're almost there. 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. Working. Steam produced. There. We are now phytomining. Look at this. Look at this phytomining. So hopefully this I want to say this is going to be very close to 4 times the amount of ore as before. Alright, so good. Now this is taking over. Now we need to see if we need to watch and see what happens when the wood runs out. Here, let's help that along. And then this is, we're going to run out of geothermal water soon. That's going to be the limiting factor because we're not pumping enough. Oh, we're out of vat brains. Here, we want to definitely do this. There you go. Put the rest of this back. And it's nice to see this work like this. This is more niobium than we're making in the mines, certainly. Mr. Whale is waiting. Mr. Whale is picking up a lot more. So this should have a pretty good effect. It's backing up. Some is making through here. Have you switched over? Yes. And it's definitely enough. Definitely enough. Even with just one efficiency mod. Alright, that's nice. That is good. And then we'll just continue to vaporize all the rest of it. So it's self-sustaining. That's nice. I like this. This makes me happy. Why aren't you going? Join us. Join us in phytomining. Oh, you don't have enough steam? Okay, so it's faltering a little bit now that we're out of geothermal, right? Yeah. So we can't run all of these all the time. We only have 400, and so we only have 200 steam a second, it looks like, so we can only run 10 of these full time. That's more than enough. And we have, yeah, this is definitely keeping the temperature up, and then we just vaporize a lot. This is nice. I like this. This was a good puzzle. I mean, okay, puzzle in big air quotes, because it didn't have, it wasn't really much of a stumper, you know? But this was a good interaction, and I enjoyed this. Why aren't you... Oh, it's got to go all the way around. Probably need to be a little more proactive now. Since, we don't want to do a splitter, really. Well, we could. We could do a stack splitter. Let's do that, I suppose. This doesn't go right here, so it's like this here, like this. And then it's output priority right there, beans. All guar beans will come through this side, right? And then right here, our output priority will be to that side, but that's not like written stone, you know? It could very well go out the other side as well. So guar beans come out here first, which might be a bad idea, you know? Well, there's plenty of other places making... that was a boom. Let's take a look. Why are you exploding? You probably weren't even going. Like, is the risk of explosion even when... there's no power in it? See, you guys should not be here. I don't want you to be here. Oh, I did. There's too many. All right, I have to strip some out over there. Anyway, hold on. We are... I don't know. We're tweaking everything. Things are not terrible, that's for sure. Pull all you out and see what happens. A whole bunch of these guys should be coming out. And we'll see how many are in the system. And then I'll tear it to match. Alright, so this guy's already gone. So, drum roll please. Niobium ore. Niobium ore. We were at 630, 640, and now we're up at tripling it, basically. Okay. Okay, that should lead to triple plates and triple all of the other stuff. So, alright, I'm back here. More niobium ore. Done. Thank you. How's sodium sulfate doing? It's kind of the same as it was. So in the last hour, it was near 500 a minute. And then in the last 10, it was below. So we're doing better lately. but I don't think that translates into anything real. It's like these are still producing 2 a second. Oh, we need more guar beans. So we're going to actually not be able to keep up because we don't have enough guar beans. But we did learn that we can speed module those guys. At least I think we can. Like, we can speed module some botanical nursery recipes. I don't know if this is the case here, though. Let's find out. Give me the beacon. Then FM5. And just go all the way down to 1. And then turn it on. Maybe I just never plugged it in. Yeah, you can speed these. Huh. Huh. These guys are essentially all going. You're not going. You need more seeds. See, I'm kind of worried that we're going to not be producing enough seeds. Because, like, these guys should be the amount that's on the belt. But these guys need to be expanded. Anyway, yeah, this is definitely the way to do it. And we kind of got too much stuff on the belt, don't we? We're having... Well, okay. There's a lot of problems with how things are going right here. How did this ever work? Yeah, how did that ever work? What was the plan there? Alright, I feel like I need to walk back on the contents of the sushi belt a little bit. I feel like we're pouring heavy here, if you know what I mean. Like, we need more seeds. Like, okay, we've already got more seeds ordered right there. And then, how much dirt do we have? Kind of, this feels pretty appropriate just looking at it. Do we have just a lot of guar on the belt? No, we don't. Why does this feel like so much then? We need more sand. We need a lot more sand. We don't have any sand. We don't have any... Okay, this guy's going to fetch. And this guy has no place to put it. So... this is pretty much the source of our problem, right? We've got way too much dirt. Way too much. That is way too high, Jimmy. And you do the same thing. And then how many lamps are we going to need? 2 lamps? 512? What a weird number. How'd you get more lamps on here then? If there says there's... Is there a place where the belt's hiding from me? It looks like these numbers are changing. Kind of looks like they're all... Oh. Oh, are these not connected now? Well, that would be very bad if this was true. So it comes over here. So we're measuring on this side. And we're also measuring on the other side? No. We're not. Well, what is measuring here? Something is measuring here. I get the feeling it's not this, though. So, hold. There we go. Yeah, now that's a lot better. Okay, I caused some problems there. We've got a lot of guar bean seeds and a lot of guar. And we just have to pull back on what's on the belt. Yeah, sure, that's probably appropriate. And we're building up sand. How much are you trying to put on? That's honestly probably appropriate. And then... No. A lot less. Here. And I'm going to even knock you down farther. Okay, so what do we got here? We're just going to let it drain out a little bit and then maybe just monitor it. I mean, we're not hurting for guar right now. Oh, we need 40 soil each. Maybe that's why it was so high. Oh. Yeah. Now that you mention it, maybe this is appropriate. It eats 1 per second. Maybe we do need both of those going. Alright, we're just going to watch this for a while. We have an alternate niobium mine online. It's probably going to take a long time to back up, if ever backs up. We've got a whole lot of beans going in here. And these guys might need boosted in order to make more beans. Alright, that's fine. I need to move on. We learned something here, didn't we? This is going to help everything in about 3 minutes. Alright, we got to make one more thing before we can call it. No, maybe just call it here. Even though this is kind of a weak episode. I think so. Do we ever make a single unit of fiberglass? Right here. Did we? Look in here. No. Not a single unit of fiberglass was made. And that is because... Why do we have 2 guys associated with this? You are in the wrong spot, sir. That's where you're supposed to fill cargo. Yeah, 1 there, 1 here. And you are waiting for fiberboard, which shouldn't be that much of a problem. Yeah, this episode was just not a lot of forward progress. I've been saying that a lot lately, but just not a lot of fiberboard. Fiberboard. Fiberboard? Fiberboard? Oh, we just haven't made any in the last hour. And that's all sodium sulfate, isn't it? And how much do we need for this? 1 sodium sulfate for 12 fiberboard. We can't do anything about that. So it's just, we need more sodium sulfate. End of story. There's nothing more to say. So we only have 1 sodium sulfate generator, and it's clearly not enough. I mean, this is looking okay right now, but it's all going into carbonate. We need carbonate to back up before this sulfate can work. So can I even collect this? I can if I want to. Just like right here. Can be done. But carbonate has to back up. In the last hour, carbonate has been steadily increasing. And in the last 10 minutes, it's about in and out. So I have to make another one of these, essentially. And I guess speed module these guys. Yeah. We have to speed module them and then get more material in and just have it constant. And all this needs is sodium hydroxide, and we need more of that. So it's kind of the same problem we came in at with, we have now. We have this guy waiting. So take a look at sodium hydroxide. Ah, look at that. Yep. And it is made and it is consumed immediately. So, all right, we need more sodium hydroxide. Just that is the end of our story right here. It is being used 100%. So tomorrow, I guess we have to look into the idea of just local sodium hydroxide production. Unless there's any better way to do it. Well, here we're exporting it, so this is no good. Sodium hydroxide. Is there any better way to make you? Salt and slaked lime. No, this is really the best. And slaked lime is made either from lime, right? Slaked lime, or from the byproduct of acetylene, which is trash. So yes, so we need oxygen and chlorine out, and we have to sit wherever. Here, let's get some rough numbers in our head as we wait for this to tick over. 11 seconds, 10, 9. Okay, just hold on. I want some rough numbers in my head. This will consume 0.33 units of salt. And if we have 50 a second, divided by 0.33, it says we can support 15 of these off of a single salt mine, which is actually a huge amount. This is nice. Now we're stacking 5 high. Will I be able to tell? Belts got denser. So it now can hold 150 items. That's nice. What's next up for guar? We just have to add in, wait a second, is that a lot more sand? Yeah, 8 sand going up to 48 sand. This is not a good recipe. This is bad. Yeah, sure, it's faster. It's a lot faster, honestly. But 48 sand is a lot of sand. And especially if you're making it faster, you know? And it also needs pesticide on top of that. No, I think we're not going to be doing this. We could uplift it again and make it go faster. But I think we're sticking on the level where we're at right now. Anyway, research this. Maybe this will be useful. I mean, of course, it's going to be useful everywhere. And we can get this and get more chitosan. We get a nuclear bomb. Yeah, we're gonna need next level mechanical parts for all that. So that's not happening. So 15 of these guys. I suppose I could speed module them more. So one salt mine produces 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's like this. It's this block right here off of a single salt mine. And of course, bringing in the supplementary. So this is 5 a second. This drinks at much less than that. So we just need like a pot, like these 4 essentially, and this. And then we need oxygen in and chlorine out. I mean, here, salt. So we're already scooping up all this stuff. This seems like it's the most ripe for use. Like I should take this area and then start building over here. Or just, no, I have to take this area then. Or start ripping things down, like right here, just build here. But that seems probably not good. Yeah, plenty of saline. We should be using the salt for something. It's like right over here. That seems like the promised land, doesn't it? Just turn both of these into sodium hydroxide. Just right out here, and then just get a dedicated line for chlorine and oxygen going straight back. Just tap into the highway here and go. Maybe. I really want to do this out in the hinterland. Like right here. I should do a test right here. Well, I also need fluid for the miner out. So it's oxygen and gasoline in, and then chlorine out. And also a steady stream of sodium hydroxide. So what do I do with this? I start feeding this then, just by whale, you know? It's going to suck to put down an entire set of machinery right here, knowing I'm going to have to move it eventually when the factory gets over. Starting right here is probably best. And then telling this whale to go somewhere. Well, this whale is just dropping it for sodium hydroxide, so it's all the same. But it's being used. I don't know. Here, we can finally get rid of this. We're finally in range. There's just not a lot of salt around. Not a lot of geothermal water. Anyway, I have mused long enough. I definitely have to make a sodium hydroxide maker that just squats on top of salt. Like down here, okay? Like we have this grand salt line, which is, it gathers together salt from all over. Maybe I can even bring in chlorine, a saline water, just a saline water line. And then we crash it out into salt right there. Because it's interflexible, yes? Interflexible. And that takes nothing. And so, like, I could build a large sodium hydroxide complex just right here at the confluence of all these salt lines. No, I use the saline line because then I can even get, yes, because then it wires these guys in as well. It wires everything in. Yes. Okay. So new plan. Listen up. Like right here, right in the area down here where I'm never going to build because it's too close to the old factory. We take saline water in. Overflow saline water, maybe. Generously overflowing saline water. Okay, we'll do that. And then we crash it out into salt and we immediately make it into sodium hydroxide. And then after that, we'll get the chlorine up and the oxygen up because we have oxygen just right there and chlorine is right over it. Yes, this is a good plan. We're going to write this down. More sodium hydrox. Now, this is going to be a couple whales full of stuff that has to be brought to central storing. I mean, it has to at this point. And then I'm going to have to adjust some of the whales in order to take first from here and then from here, you know, just skip off. Oh, this is worrisome. Why aren't we making more briquettes? Why are we stopped? Why are we stopped? This guy's trying to get starch. We need okay, a lot of stuff is actually going to stop working if we don't get more starch right now. Starch. Because that's solid power, and we need that. And starch is not going because powdered Rholesia seeds. And that's coming from right here. And you're waiting for sodium sulfate as well. Oh, that's not great. Especially since I'm going to need that fuel in order to get more sodium hydroxide, to get more sodium sulfate. All right, so this is layers of bad. We are lost in layers of bad right now. Need it for starch. Starch. ASAP. Okay, so that's bad. A lot of this is stuff I would do after the episode, just looking around and planning, but I guess I'm getting lost in that right now. I should really recap. I wanted to look at one more thing, and that's once again checking on these things. It's like we need sodium carbonate to fill up. Carbonate. And the answer there is we are pegged. And we are not producing enough. So we have to write this down here. Welcome to the world of more. More sodium sulfate, more sodium carbonate. So I have to get more sodium hydroxide. Hydroxide. And then I have to use that to fuel more sodium everywhere. And there's just no excuse for that. I wonder what this is. I wonder what that is. I wonder what niobium plate looks like. Plate. I I wonder what happened here. This is probably just steady need, and then we finally crashed out, and we are at how much? We're at the maximum extent of our ore, and then it's like this: ore is delivered, ore is delivered. I don't know if that's actually accurate. Here, let's go glance at it. So right here, and we're dry. Is anyone coming? No. I could probably prod a lot of those, like I did molybdenum. It's like, is there any really good prod step up here? Just like throw prod mods everywhere. Like in the first layer of all of them, because this is the one that's going to be busy most of the time. Oh, this is still processing. No, this is just very expansive the entire time. We're going to need lots of modules. And this, of course, eats tons of power. So, unless we want to turn a bunch of these off, which is probably a good idea. I don't know. I'm done now. I probably should have gone to city center before I started musing over everything. Because now I can't center myself. There's no tick right there, you know? There's no tick that lands me right here. I have to wait until I slow down. See, that's not enough. Is there anything more to look at while I slow down? Should I kick this whale? How many do you got? Enough? Sure. And this is still trickling in. This is still trickling in. There's a lot of stuff going on right now. But next episode, we're going to do something about sodium hydroxide. We're going to need more. We're going to need more kimberlite ore. Refined syngas alarm. We investigated that, and that's all right. Oh, and there's one last thing. Two last things we'll look at. Look at Relesia uplifting. Have you stopped? Need filtration media. Oh, you got stuck because you couldn't unload because there was too much stuff in the way because it jammed, because everything jammed. So we should probably stop that, right? So this should only go when this is less than 50. All right? Okay, good. That'll stop that. And it's going to continue to build up. That's fine. And down here, any joy from your toy? No, actually. Jeez. 750 runs, and we've only gotten one winner in a 1 in 200 shot. That's unfortunate. All right, let's wrap this up. Out. Yeah, I want to say this was a C- kind of episode right here. I feel like I did not do nearly enough. All right there, and screenshot. Okay, what happened today, ladies and gentlemen? Well, we addressed the fact we need more niobium ore. We had a choice, either a lot more patches, because these guys are slow, or we start phytomining, and we started phytomining niobium, and it actually seems like it's very, very profitable. I might have to build more guar plantations right here, but I've got no problem with that. If anything, that's what it's for. And I'm very happy to note that the phytomining setup requires heat to do and will supply its own heat from byproducts. So that's just great. I really should have visited Kamuts. Here, I'm going to make a note of myself. Visit Kamuts. So we probably have like 100 of them in the box, and we have to distribute them. That's enough to keep like 2 fully staffed. Man, amazingly slow. In theory, we got fiberglass going, but we're having a severe crisis around sodium sulfate, sodium carbonate, and sodium hydroxide right now. So I have to go and fix that. That's going to be pretty... Well, I've got a plan. I came up with a good plan of using saline. The excess saline we're gathering from everywhere in the South Factory. We're just going to turn it back into salt and turn it into hydroxide. And then rewire a couple guys so that will always have sodium hydroxide. And then after that, we'll be able to focus on making more sodium sulfate and more sodium carbonate. And I think that will be enough with our existing footprint, because these can still be sped. And these are only using Mark 1s, Mark 1 furnaces. And I don't think we did anything else, really. Oh, look, an earth-shattering kaboom. So I guess they explode whether or not they have anything in them, which is a just weird thing. Anyway, fuel rods are coming, maybe. It's hard to say. So yeah, this was just a lot of little tweaking and running around. Fixing bottlenecks here and there. All right, I'm done now. See you around, everyone. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.